Well, hello once again, everyone. Original Blood Ace is back once more. My week-long absence has come to an end. Now the question is, I have to say right off the bat, am I back to normal? No, I'm honestly not. But I'm in good enough condition, I would say, to return to doing the forums, the OBA forums, to doing YouTube videos. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on over the past week that in the gaming stuff that's kept or popped up and whatnot. So we got a crap ton to go through. I'm going to be doing like 4 videos or so. I wanted to get like all of them up today, but that's probably not going to happen. Some of them will probably get uploaded, early in the morning for tomorrow. But we got stuff to do. And I got a update on stuff on the OBA forums and everything, and it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. But anyway, let's get into this. This is probably going to be a fairly lengthy video. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 20-25 minutes. It's an OBA discussion, and it's simple. Nintendo admits, well, Iwata, that he screwed up. He fucked up. Iwata admits he misread the market, says Nintendo needs to observe foreign trends better. Now, was there an actual quote here somewhere? The way people use their time, their lifestyles, who they are have changed, Mr. Iwata said. If we stay in one place, we will become outdated. I told you so. Doesn't seem to be strong enough to get my point across. It just doesn't. What have I been saying? For 2 years, Nintendo's been fucking up. And the issue isn't, should he be replaced, should he be fired, should he step down? No, that doesn't change anything. That would make it fucking worse. The thing is, Iwata has finally woken up from his fucking dream world, where it was filled with rainbows, puppies, unicorns, and all that other shit, where everything is just peachy and perfectly fine in the world of Nintendo. Oh, and I should clarify right off the beginning here. This isn't me damage controlling Nintendo. This isn't me being a Nintendo fucking fanboy. This is merely me discussing that Nintendo has finally acknowledged that they have problems. So if you're going to watch this video of mine and you're going to be all, oh, you're just hating on Nintendo, shut up. No. I've been saying this the whole damn time. Even finally Iwata himself has come out and said that they have fucked up. Okay? So I'm in no mood for any bullshit. So, what have I said in the past? Nintendo treats the West, or North America, like Japan. In Japan, everyone can go to their fucking neighbor's house and play games. That's why they don't need fucking online. Everyone there is a fucking gamer who just goes to their neighbor's house and plays games locally. But that's not how it works in here in North America, is it? No, it's not. And then he talks about, like, their lifestyles and everything has changed, and if we stay in one place, we'll become outdated. That's what people have been saying so long. Oh, Nintendo needs to catch up and be otherwise they'll be outdated. Now, I'm not saying Nintendo needs to take a page out of Sony and Microsoft's book. No. Because we don't need 3 consoles that are the same fucking thing. Power and multiplats, that's all they are. But what Nintendo needs to do, as Iwata has said that he is going to do, even though I'm glad he's finally realized that there's a big fucking problem, but until he actually fixes it, this is just the first step. It doesn't actually change anything. But things that that Nintendo needs to fucking just accept and move on with is protecting kids to the extreme lengths that they go to. For example, where's our fucking party chat? Exactly. We want it. What does Nintendo need to do to fucking get back on track? People have said, oh, it's all about the games. That's partially true. It's specific games. When us, the core gamers, say we want a game, you give us the game. You say, okay, you want that? We'll work on it. We'll get it out when it's done and have fun. But Nintendo's main problem is that they let the money from the Wii and the DS go straight to their head, inflate their ego, and they thought, we have so much money, I guess no matter what we do, we can't fail. We can't fuck up. Well, newsflash, Nintendo. You've been bit in the ass, and pretty damn hard. And no, the issue was not marketing. You could have marketed the Wii U a hell of a lot better. The problem was numerous things. For example, the core audience, you'll ask us, what games do you want? We'll say, oh, dude, give us a fucking Star Fox game, man. That'd be fucking awesome. And then Iwata just comes and says, Star Fox? Oh, no, I can't give you that. But what we can give you is Chibi Robo. What the fuck, Nintendo? Nobody wants fucking Chibi Robo. Give us Star Fox, give us F-Zero, give us 1080 snowboarding, give us a fucking ice climber game, for the fuck's sake. Seriously. So Nintendo's main issue is also their solution. Listen to the core Nintendo fans! Enough of the catering to the kids and the parental controls. And don't think the 3DS is perfect. I mean, it's a fucking amazing system, and it's still, the most dominant system in the world, and it's, it's very solid, has a great library and everything, but it can be improved. There's still room for improvement. On the game side, it's really only Adam Metroid game, that's all it's really missing. But, and Monster Hunter 4 in the West. But, what else? The main other thing with the hardware itself, or I guess technically it'd be a software thing, give us a fucking way to communicate on the damn 3DS. Is that so hard? There was Swap Note, which I never used because I didn't really care for it. I didn't really like the way it worked. But no, you're all, oh, we gotta protect the children. You have to give them fucking credit. Kids these days are not all fucking stupid. I mean, the Call of Duty idiots are, but the people who don't play Call of Duty, the kids, they've already proven that they have a working brain by not playing Call of Duty. It's that simple. You need to have more faith. Oops, the damn thing turned off there. The fucking faith is what is needed, Nintendo. And the fucking fanboys who are like, oh, Nintendo doesn't fuck up. Praise everything they do. Never criticize Nintendo. Shut up. Get the fuck out of here. This is a good thing that Iwata has finally realized that they need to fix shit. It is. Now let me just, I have like 6 different web pages here open up for different stories. Nintendo reduces Wii U sales projections from 9 million to 2.8 million. Now, I'm going to correct this because every fucking person who's been reporting this has not had it quite exactly right. People think that this is Nintendo saying, oh, we're aiming for 2.8 million total Wii U sales by the end of March. No! Are you brain dead? Wii U is already past 5 million. We don't know the specific numbers, but it's already past 5 million. Somewhere around 5.5. Somewhere in that area. Nintendo was aiming for 9 million by the end of March. They've lowered the overall total that they needed to get to the 9 million down to 2.8. So they want to get 2.8 million more by March. So let's say that they're at 5.5 million now. You add 2.8 million and you get 8.3 million, which means Nintendo lowered the whole sales that they wanted to get by end of March down by a whopping 700,000. Not a drastic drop, but a drop nonetheless. So let's get that freaking straight, okay? It's not, we're aiming for 2.8 million, because it's already fucking past that. Now let's move on to the next story here, shall we? Satoru Iwata says he won't step down in wake of Nintendo's third annual loss. Now, let's get into this a bit. I've already touched on this earlier in the video. Iwata stepping down. People are like, oh, fire him, he's the death of Nintendo. No. You cannot just right off the bat, there's a little picture you can see of Iwata there, you can't just fire or immediately remove the leader of a global company like Nintendo within an instant, without having anyone replacing him waiting in the wings. For Iwata to be replaced, they have to prepare for it. Take months in advance, find the right person, make sure he's qualified, train him, teach him about, what did work, what didn't work, all that shit. So you can't just remove the leader of a company and expect, oh, things are going to be fixed. You take away Iwata instantly, and what does that mean? Oh, no more Nintendo Directs. All of a sudden, the hardcore gamers, they don't know how to follow along with news anymore. It's just that simple. Yes, Iwata does need to fix Nintendo. But the whole point of this video is I was right the whole fucking time. This whole time I've been saying Nintendo needs to fix their shit, and most of these mistakes they could have easily avoided, and they wouldn't be in this damn situation. But anyway, Iwata needs to fix this. He's made the first step by acknowledging that he's fucked up. Can he actually fix it? I don't know. What he needs to do, as I've said earlier, is just listen to people like me, Shokyo, any other fucking hardcore Nintendo fan. Even though I don't... Right now, I can't call myself a Nintendo hardcore fan because I'm still fucking pissed at them. Fire the fucking Miiverse admins and replace them with moderators. If Iwata himself can't see how broken the Miiverse is, that he's still a blind, delusional idiot. That's just fact. In fact, one of my videos later on, I've been working on something for the Miiverse, and I'm going to reveal it, and it's going to be even further proof of how broken the Miiverse is. But we got to stay on track here. Let's move on to the next little story here. Nintendo loses $3 billion in the market cap after the Wii U Sales announcement, which was the lowering it down to $2.8 million. So Nintendo stocks took a huge plummet. Another bad thing for Nintendo. Even though it's really not, I mean, it's bad, but it's at the same time it's good because it kicks their ass and gets them moving. Iwata reaffirms that Nintendo is not leaving the console space. I've seen people say, well, this is why Nintendo needs to put their stuff on Xbox or Sony. No! It doesn't fucking work that way. Let me ask you guys a question. The last company that was really well known, that went to work with Microsoft, what happened to them? And of course I'm talking about Rareware. What happened to them? Oh, that's right. Microsoft, when they get a developer in their hand that is strictly theirs, they crush them, they cripple them, and they restrict all creativity until there's nothing left but a broken, mangled pile of bones of a company. If Nintendo was to put their games, to quit the hardware business and just put their games on Xbox or whatever, Microsoft would try to crush Nintendo. They'd restrict their creativity, and you'd have, Mario, Zelda, Metroid, everything. They wouldn't be the same. They'd be completely different. Mario games would have full voice acting. Metroid would have, blood and gore. Zelda would have fucking voice acting. You can't just do that. That doesn't solve Nintendo's problems. Whether you like Nintendo, whether you hate them. If you want to play a Nintendo game, you buy a Nintendo system. That's just fact. That's just the way it is. Just like if you want fucking Halo, you buy an Xbox. You want fucking Uncharted, you buy a fucking PlayStation. It's just that damn simple. And it still amazes me that people say, or like all this hatred towards Nintendo, which is never going to change, no matter what. Their next system, which is another video I might talk about, but their next system, it could be using alien technology. I don't mean Alienware like the computer thing. I mean alien technology, Roswell shit, It could be futuristic technology that no one on the planet has ever seen before other than Nintendo. It could be literally 100 years in the future technology to Microsoft and Sony's next system, if they manage to get out one, which I doubt Xbox will, because Xbox One's going to fail, and I doubt that, well, we'll see if Sony can survive. But no matter what it is, it could be photorealistic. It could be a fucking system that plugs into your brain, and your very imagination runs the game. So basically, you think up an idea like, oh, I want to go walking in a forest, and all of a sudden you're in a fucking forest in your mind. It could be anything. It doesn't matter what Nintendo does. They will continue to be hated on by the media and the masses, and people will bash them. Why? Because Nintendo is different than Sony and Microsoft. Think of it this way. Nintendo is the nerdy kid in elementary school, who always gets picked on, but eventually one day makes something quite unique and different than everything else, and it takes off, aka the DS or the Wii. Think about that. Nintendo will always be picked on as long as they continue to do their own thing. So it doesn't matter if they do the power game, if the spec game, the graphics, it won't change a damn thing. People will still hate Nintendo, which is why Nintendo needs to focus on doing their thing, but at the same time, listening to the core Nintendo fans. Give us Star Fox and all that shit. But another thing that I want to just touch on really quickly is it's funny how I was reading a story earlier in the week. Nintendo is actually valued more than Sony as a company. They're worth more, which we've known for a while due to the, Sony has debt, Nintendo really doesn't. Nintendo's building a new headquarters while Sony got rid of theirs in the States to pay off debt for $1.1 billion, and they're still in debt. They're getting their asses kicked in every fucking division except for PS4 is doing pretty decent, but the thing is, Nintendo is a gaming company. All of Nintendo's money comes from the gaming stuff. Sony can't just survive on the PlayStation. So Sony drones, if you're watching this video, you can't admit that. PS4 is not enough for an entire company like Sony to survive on. It just isn't going to happen. So it's funny how the media here in the West bashes Nintendo, who's actually the most successful just because they're different. Xbox and Sony, or Xbox and PlayStation, are not as successful. It's like people say, Nintendo needs to go third party. There was a story, Sony and Microsoft are closer to third party. They're being third party than Nintendo is. And the stupid controller blacks out. I wish you could disable that. But, it drives me crazy how stupid some developers are. Or not developers, analysts, people like Michael Patcher and everything. Let's move on to the next little blip here, shall we? Nintendo nearly drops off of most powerful company list in Japan. Scroll down here. Nintendo is 1,647th company. That's, what do you call it? Strongest company, was it? Powerful. They used to be 219th. People are like, oh my god, Nintendo's doomed. No. This isn't damage controlling. This isn't all that crap. Nintendo has all the possibility in the world to recover from this. They've proven it before. They're a 125-year-old company. They've seen them come, they've seen them go, and they'll outlast every other company in the gaming industry. They've seen Atari come and go. They've seen Sega come and go, even though Sega still makes games. I mean, they're going to outlast Sony, they're going to outlast Microsoft in the gaming industry, they'll outlast any other fucking person. The thing is, with Nintendo, they have got to the point where they have so much money, well, they have quite enough money, to the point where they don't have to ever make a penny ever again. They can throw $257 million away every fucking year, and then they'll last till 2052, and then they can sell stocks, technology, buildings, and they'll last till 2075. So worst case scenario, even if Nintendo doesn't ever get any better, if they keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse every fucking year from now on, Nintendo in worst case scenario is still going to be around for another 61 years, roughly. So that's the problem, that Nintendo has gotten themselves to a point where, yeah, they have money, which they're doing healthy as a business, money-wise. But they're really hurting as a company. They've just been screwing up way too damn much lately. And things could have easily been avoided just by fucking listening to the fans. So you might think, this is a bad thing, Nintendo goes way down as a company. And it is a bad thing, but at the same time, it's a damn fucking good thing. Why? I'll explain. This kicks Iwata in the ass, wakes him up, bitch slaps him across the face to wake him up a bit. I'll use a Pokemon reference. Wake up slap. Wake up, Iwata. Fix your shit. This lets Nintendo know, yes, we've greatly went off the rails, off the tracks. This is not impossible for Nintendo to fix, it really isn't. They're still doing far better than Sony as a company. Microsoft, well, better than the Xbox One anyway. It's just ridiculous. Just fucking ridiculous. Now, was there another story here? This was the one. Oh, big giant Kirby face there. Pay no attention to the big giant Kirby face. I just want to check real quickly if there was another story around here somewhere. There was a story somewhere about You know what, whatever, I'll just remember it, or try and remember it. It was something like Michael Patcher and analysts were saying Nintendo should put their games on Xbox or whatever, so games like Mario and Zelda could be become popular. And I was just thinking, really? Really? Mario and Zelda aren't popular as is. Although, as I've said before, Mario just needs to take a fucking vacation. Go away for 3 fucking years or so. As for Zelda, I've seen people commenting on forums and whatnot in the past week saying, Zelda's not a system seller. We're tired of Zelda. What are you fucking talking about? We haven't even had a new Zelda game on Wii U yet. Wind Waker was a frickin' remake. Damn good one. And it's still a very fucking amazing game. But we haven't had a Wii U Zelda game, even though Wind Waker did start the rise in the Wii U sales. Not dramatically, but that's what first started, the monthly rises in the Wii U sales. Hang on, let me grab a drink here. Anyway. I feel like I'm missing out on another story or another article. There's still people saying, oh, put Mario on smartphones, blah, blah, blah. Nintendo's not going to do that. Another thing I was going to say, though, I think I talked about this a long time ago, was when people say, oh, put Mario and whatnot on other systems. Iwata himself said before, Mario on another system, not over my dead little body. As long as Iwata's in charge, it ain't happening. Hell, even if someone replaces Iwata, I can't see that happening, because that's just social suicide. That would be crashing Nintendo into the fucking ground. What else was I going to say? So the overall point, I guess I'll just do a quick wrap-up summary, I guess. The overall point to this video is that I was fucking right this whole damn time, like I've been saying. Nintendo has problems. Nintendo has issues. What happened? People were just like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a Nintendo hater. Nintendo's perfectly fine. No. Money-wise, yeah. But as a company, they fucked up. Iwata himself admits it. And what is the solution? Well, the solution, as I said before, is the same thing as what caused the problem. Lack of listening. Flip that around. If Nintendo listens to the loyal fans, the people who want Star Fox, F-Zero, Metroid. Not the people crying, Mario, Mario, give us more Mario. No, don't listen to them. And don't go with the whole casual thing. Don't give us shovelware crap. I mean, you haven't been too bad with that yet, but I don't know. Oh, another thing, I've seen a lot of people saying, well, it's because Nintendo's kiddie. Oh yeah, that was another story. There's a guy saying, supposedly it was an EA thing, an anonymous EA developer or employee or whatever, who said, we dropped off support for Nintendo Wii U right off the bat pretty much because it became a kid IP system, meaning a kid game system, where all the games are for kids. And he goes on about like it being all about, oh, rated E games are for kids. I'm like, are you fucking nuts? And he also mentioned how like they put Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U and they put a damn good effort into that. I'm like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You put a crappy port that had frame rate issues and bugs onto the Wii U for $60 when you revealed, or you also did at the same time, the Mass Effect Trilogy Collector Edition or whatever for the other consoles that had Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, but didn't come to Wii U for the lower price. You fucking idiots, EA. So the point is, there's some people talking like, oh, Nintendo's kiddie and all that crap, and that people are blaming that for being the demise of the Wii U. The issue with the Wii U is that, oh, it's all about kid games and everything. Newsflash, there's no E in the word kids. If you want to play a game that's rated E for everyone, that means just that. Anyone will have fun playing it. Except for fucking idiots who are immature who think rated E means, oh, it's a little baby game, only little babies can play it. Most kids these days, they wouldn't be able to get through Mario 3D World. They sure as hell wouldn't be able to 100% beat it. And I find it funny how, because the kids, they're on Battlefield, they're on Call of Duty, they're on all that crap, GTA 5, all that shit and whatnot. I don't know. EA is gonna win not game of the year. What do you call it? Worst company in North America for a third year in a row. What else was I gonna say? Nintendo being for kids, blah 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 blah. Not really. It's rated E, it's for everyone, blah 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 blah. I feel like I was gonna say something else, but just kind of drawing a blank now. I guess that's where I'm gonna wrap up the video then. It's been 25 minutes. That's been a good length discussion video. Still got 3 more to go. What am I gonna talk about? A quick video, which I guess actually I had 2 ideas written down here, which I can mix into one video, both about Microsoft, and then a Miiverse thing, that reveal or whatever. Anyway, I guess I'm Original Blood Ace, so I'm back. Stay tuned, more videos will be coming soon, and they will be on a more regular basis, I would say. We'll be going back to the probably, you know, at least a few every few days or so. But stay tuned, more videos coming soon, and hope you're all doing well and having a good time.